Look, the NBA has seen its fair share of stars. There's the high flying, the sharp shooting, and the downright confusing. Yeah, we're looking at you, Russell Westbrook, who thinks a triple-double includes free fries and a soda. But every once in a blue moon, a player emerges who is destined not just to shine, but to dazzle. Enter the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander era, or SGA for those who've already jumped on the bandwagon or just can't handle that many syllables. Now, why are so many mentioning MVP potential when they see him on the court? Well, sit tight, grab your popcorn, and let's dive deep into why Shai's on a bullet train to NBA superstardom, and why he might even be in the run for the MVP this upcoming season. But first, as I like to do, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was born in Toronto, Canada, and his mother, Charmaine Gilgeous, is a former track star who actually competed for Antigua and Barbuda at the 1992 Summer Olympics. After playing for two different high school teams in his hometown, SGA transferred to Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to play against better competition and develop as a player. Being ranked as a four-star recruit by ESPN 100, Gilgeous-Alexander chose to play college basketball for the Kentucky Wildcats. Shai started the 2017 season as a reserve at Kentucky, but eventually fought his way into the starting lineup and had great momentum into the NCAA tournament. After solid performances in the first two rounds, the magic ran out as Kentucky eventually lost to Kansas State. Actually, Shai's final college play was a missed three-point attempt at the buzzer. Following the loss, he declared for the 2018 NBA draft. Gilgeous-Alexander was selected with the 11th overall pick by the Charlotte Hornets, before being traded to the Los Angeles Clippers the same day. He went on to play for the team in the 2018 NBA Summer League, where he shone, averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. However, despite having a solid rookie season in LA, which included an all-rookie second-team selection, Shai, along with several other players, was traded to Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for NBA All-Star Paul George. This seemed to be a blessing in disguise as SGA emerged as one of the team's best players and a rising star in the league. He led the team in scoring and averaged almost 20 points per game. Shai continued to be a key player for the Thunder in the 2021-22 season, leading the team in scoring once again. However, after playing just 35 games, his season ended due to a foot injury. He came back stronger and better than ever for his third season. He also got a significant payday that summer when Shai and the Thunder agreed to a 5-year, $172 million rookie extension that would become a 5-year, $207 million rookie max contract if he is included on an All-NBA team during those years. Shai excelled at averaging 25 points that season, emerging as the Thunder's new star player. Come next season, and if you're not one to be swayed by sheer stats, well, you might just want to reconsider. In the 2023-24 NBA season, our guy SGA put up a staggering average of over 30 points per game. To put that into perspective, that's roughly 30 more points than most of us score in our Sunday pickup games. Also, when a player clocks over 30 points per game, it's not just impressive, it's a statement. SGA meant business and helped a struggling OKC in the first half of the season to pull themselves together and eventually made it to the play-in tournament. Shai, of course, made the All-Star team as a starter and even earned a spot on the All-NBA first team. Cha-ching! But it's not just about throwing basketballs into hoops, right? Efficiency is where the fun's at, and if SGA were a car, he'd be that electric model everyone's trying to get their hands on but can't afford. Eco-friendly, with the mileage to boot. But I hear the critics. If SGA is so great, why haven't the Thunder seen more playoff action? Okay, valid point. And it's true. If the playoffs were a party, the Thunder would be that guy who shows up late, misses all the fun, and gets left with cleaning up. Yet, let's not get caught up in the what-ifs. History is peppered with legendary players whose seasons didn't always translate to postseason success. And hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are NBA dynasties. Sure, OKC's recent history is a mixed bag, from being a title contender with KD and Russ over a decade ago to, well, not so much today. But despite the ups and downs, there's promise in the air in Oklahoma, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is undeniably a significant part of that promise. But I can't make this video without mentioning talents like Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, and Josh Giddey as well. Give these guys some time to build chemistry, and the sky's the limit. Now, let's discuss style. No, not Shai's killer off-court fits, but his gameplay style. He's an anomaly in today's three-point obsessed NBA. His ability to work inside is reminiscent of those old-school players your grandpa keeps rambling about. It's fresh, it's fun, and most importantly, it's effective. But here's the thing. While his style is vintage, his impact is very 21st century. He's a 6'6" guard with the agility of a cat and the heart of a lion. Or maybe a bear? Whatever, you get the point. First, let's take a closer look at his ball handling and control. Shai's dribbling is like a snake charmer's melody, hypnotic and always in control, with the crossover that can break ankles and a hesitation move that's deceptive enough to make defenders question their life choices. His ball handling is poetry in motion. He uses these skills not just to score, but to orchestrate the floor, creating opportunities for his teammates. Now his mid-range shot, in an era where it seems it's either dunk or a three-pointer, SGA takes us back to a time when the mid-range jumper was the bread and butter of any self-respecting hooper. His pull-up jumper, silky smooth. His floater game, think of it as a chef's kiss in the middle of a basketball game. It's an art form that many have abandoned, but Shai reminds us of its beauty and effectiveness. Slashing and finishing. One of Shai's notable attributes is his uncanny ability to navigate through traffic. He isn't the bulkiest player, but he's got that wiry strength. Combine that with his agility, and you've got a player who can slice through defenses like a hot knife through butter. And once he's at the rim, expect some unexpected finishes. Underhand scoops, reverse layups, you name it. Defenders often find themselves in a bind trying to anticipate his next move, but we can't underestimate his defense either. Standing at 6'6" with a wingspan that seems like it goes on for days, SGA has the tools to be a pest on defense. He doesn't just rely on his physical attributes though. His anticipation, ability to read the game, and knack for being in the right place at the right time make him a formidable opponent on the defense end as well. Last but not least, his playmaking vision. While he's undoubtedly a scorer, Shai's vision and ability to create for others shouldn't be overlooked. His assists might not always top the charts, but it's the quality of those assists that counts. The no-look passes, the alley-oops from half court, and threading the needle in tight spaces showcase his basketball IQ. And as I mentioned earlier, beyond SGA, the Thunder are full of new potential. Young players, hungry recruits, and exciting prospects for next season make it clear that OKC might just be the dark horse everyone should be wary of. But back to Shai. There's a saying, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. For SGA, the journey is filled with broken eggs. But boy, that omelet's starting to look delicious. Is he the NBA's next superstar? Well, if being a superstar is about changing narratives, shaping a team's destiny, and making basketball fun, then hell yeah, he's on the right track. Ask yourself, what truly defines a superstar? Is it the stats, the impact, or that signature sneaker line? While SGA may not have his name on a shoe yet, he's stitching his legacy with every game. Will Shai lead the Thunder to the promised land? Will he win the MVP? Maybe. Will he be the face of the NBA? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, he's more than just another guy bouncing a ball. He's a spectacle, a show, and most importantly, a narrative worth following. Even in the midst of the 2023 FIBA World Cup, Shai and the Canadian team are standing out as forces to be reckoned with. Facing off against France, he recorded an impressive 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. His teammate and NBA bad boy Dillon Brooks didn't hold back on the praise after the victory. He's a great leader. He's vocal and talks a lot. He understands how to get his teammates involved. And he has the size as a point guard that not many point guards have in this type of game. He's relentless. Should Canada continue its formidable run in this World Cup, there's no doubt that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be a front-runner in the MVP conversation. To the critics, haters, and doubters, remember, Rome, omelets, and broken eggs. SGA's got time, talent, and the tenacity to craft his tale. And for us fans, we're just here for the show. Another player who might be MVP ready is Minnesota Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards. Last season was the 22-year-old's best ever, averaging 25 points and even at times dominating the reigning NBA champs in the playoffs. I've made a video about Ant-Man's career, his incredible development, and why he's ready to take his NBA career to the next level. Check it out.